Luke and Naomi.
It sure is. How about that? Welcome in to Luke and Naomi on air, featuring Naomi's Under a Rock Reviews, episode 140. Look, the face you're making, which I don't think you're making a face, but like you're sitting there all like proper and whatnot. It looks like you're about to, like, I don't know, go into court or something.
I was going to say that I'm really proud of you because that was like the fastest you flipped everything over. But you know what? I'm not proud anymore.
All right, so that was proud mom face, I guess. We'll go back.
It was, not anymore.
We'll watch the tape.
Disappointed.
That's all right. That's all right. I don't think anybody's with us just yet anyway, so that's fine. If you don't know, we are live every Monday.
That's right.
Just about every Monday, 7:30 Eastern time, and just pop onto the YouTube channel. We'll be right there. You can see us, and Naomi's parents accidentally found us one time.
That was a fantastic story. When I was talking to them, and they're like, yeah, we watched the show. And I'm like, I've been asking you guys to, like, check it out for so long. What do you mean you watched it? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we were just on YouTube on the TV, and you came up, so we clicked on it. Thanks, by the way, Mom
ridiculous.
and Dad.
I love that. The circumstance. Yeah, we know. We'll just wait until it happens organically.
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
That's what happened.
Well, if you happen to just stumble across us, I'm Luke Austin. That's Naomi Lynn. Naomi's catching up on watching all the movies.
Yes.
So it's come to a point now where I was telling somebody else about the show and running through the list of movies, and it's like, no, she's seen that one now. Oh, no, she's seen that one now, too.
It's so amazing to be able to say that instead of being looked at it as the weird one in the room, where it's like, what do you mean you haven't seen Ghostbusters? What about Peter Pan? What about Hocus Pocus? And me just going, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's right. So Naomi's working on checking out all of the movies. We've just watched Police Academy for her first time. And it was awesome. You know, obviously I benefit from all this stuff because I get the chance to rewatch some movie I haven't seen in forever. Like Italian Job last episode, I wanted to see because I hadn't seen it in a long, long time. I was like, you know what? And then this one, there was parts that I didn't remember. There was parts that were just like, oh my God, I can't believe I remember that and stuff. So that was really cool for me to get to watch this again. First time since, I was real little.
Okay.
So I don't think I watched this after I was like 15, something like that. So it's been a long time.
Fair enough.
You know the numbers. You know the math there. That's been a long time for me. So if you've seen Police Academy, relive it. Relive your first watch anyway through Naomi's eyes. If you've never seen it either, should you watch Police Academy in 2026?
Should you? That's a good question. We will get to that.
Yeah, we will get to that. So hello to the chat. By the way, are we echoing this week, gang? Who's the first one?
Yeah, please let us know because that is now a new fear. I mean, I feel like that fear was always there with our years of being live on the radio, of, just things going wrong that you don't know. Hey, you've been doing your show for an hour, but nothing's actually going on air.
That's right. It's very Roswell.
But that happening was... When I heard the echo, I was like, oh, man, I'm so glad somebody told us.
Yeah. So, thanks to the shout-out last week about that. All good. All good. Thanks, Rochelle. All right. Appreciate that. So, we got Police Academy review coming up again. It's been a minute for me, but I forgot how stupid and funny and just goofy and dumb Police Academy is.
That's the kind of movie I was looking forward to. We did Italian Job. We've done, what else have we done recently? A Bronx Tale, like stories and
I guess,
action-packed. And I was like, I kind of want something that I don't have to think too hard about. I just want to have a low-key, relaxing, make me chuckle a little bit kind of movie.
That's right. Then that's what we got with Police Academy. So it's funny. I got more, trivia and facts and stuff about the movie after the review. But as I was running through the trivia and facts for Police Academy, I saw that Steve Guttenberg, somebody was asking him, what type of person he thinks his character was. I'm blanking on his character's name. Can you believe that? Because all I can think of is Hightower. Because he was the best. So, but anyway.
I can't help you because I'm never good with the names.
I've got it right here. I just don't feel like looking right now. And then, we'll get to it with your review. But
was it like the main guy in charge?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Steve Guttenberg, the main guy.
The main guy in charge, like the highest.
No, not in charge. The main character.
Oh, like the Mahoney?
Mahoney. Thank you
Okay.
very much. It's
See,
just,
I did it.
Everybody's yelling at me right now. I bet you, but yeah, I forget. There's so many, and I always used to get Mahoney and Tackleberry mixed up just because I was little, and
Okay.
they're both white guys with dark hair. So
There you
anyway.
go.
Anyway, I forgot where I was going with that completely.
My bad.
Now that I got Mahoney, Steve Guttenberg talking about Mahoney as a character and said, I don't really think about that too much because it's not a very deep character. We didn't set out to make this deep, crazy
None
movie.
of the characters were deep.
He was like, we just, it is exactly what it is. It's light and it's comedy and it's just goofy and that's all.
Yeah.
And which is like, yeah, we need to remember things like that with.
Not everything has to be in depth. Like English class in high school, and it's like, what was the author meaning when they, talked about the shades being blue and the carpet being blue? There was a reason for that, and it's like, maybe, but sometimes
Not always.
no.
Not always.
Exactly.
Somebody got to tell Star Wars fans that.
Yeah.
And like all the superhero movies, stuff like that too, for real. But anyway, we went with a lighter movie because of the fact that we spent most of all day Saturday hiking in Raven Rock State Park here in North Carolina. Yeah, something like that. I think we did.
I feel pretty tough.
We did around closer to 10 miles of trails, I think, throughout the day on Saturday. I mean,
And
not all at
some were
once.
uphill.
Some were uphill. Some were uphill both ways.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
Yes. The last one we did was uphill both ways. I don't care what anybody says. I had to stop so many times. I was so tired.
The last one was awesome because to get back to the parking lot was an uphill climb for...
Quite an uphill climb.
I remember descending in as we were doing this. I'm like, this is going to just be horrible.
This is a bad idea because we have to go back that way.
This is backwards of how I want this to play out.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a great time. Nice to get out of the house for a little bit and beautiful weather and
unplug and
all of that stuff.
You know,
brought some sandwiches and all of that. Stopped after one trail, then did the whole lunch thing and the little picnic and whatnot. It's great. State parks are awesome. I love going and check them out. So a lot more hiking hopefully this summer.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like you don't really think about unless you are like an avid hiker. But I was so excited. We went out and did this, and I'm like, why don't we do this more? It's free, and you get to see some really cool things like Raven Rock. It's a gigantic rock. It's insane. Like
everybody likes a huge rock, though, for real.
I mean, Look, we'll put up pictures. I'm telling you, it is really insane. And then we did another hike that took us to a waterfall, which was fun. And
that waterfall was disappointing. I mean, I thought we were getting a waterfall. That was like, here's a kind of a large rapid that you're above.
I looked at pictures, so I already knew what we were kind of getting into.
Well, good for you for not telling me.
Yeah, because I don't think you do the hike.
Like, nope, not going. Let's go do a different trail or something.
Yeah. No,
well
I knew
done.
what we were getting into with
Good
that.
on you. Way to think ahead.
I know you.
Smart.
I know who he is.
Very smart. But anyway, it was a cool hike. You know, that went like right along the creek at one point and was super cool.
Yeah. All these like caves and stuff.
It's
where,
fun
like,
when
the water is like cleared out a spot.
It's fun when hikes are more of walks in the woods than actual.
Yeah, when we say
strenuous.
hiking, we're not talking like
Most people know.
intermediate.
We're not mountain
levels.
climbing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd say mountain climbing.
Right,
or rock
but
climbing.
we're also like, we're good with flat land and a stroll.
That's right.
That's
Just
still
like,
hiking if you're out in the woods.
just like when we would kayak too. No rapids, no uphill.
Oh no, we're kayaking on like a lake that's calm.
That's right.
Life
That's
is
right.
good.
If you aren't following the socials yet, Luke and Naomi on air everywhere. We'll get some pictures up of our trip to Raven Rock State Park, including the really cool moth we saw at the end.
Yeah.
Wasn't a Luna moth that we were pretty sure it wasn't.
No.
It was just big and kind of.
And it looked like a
looking.
leaf.
Yeah. It had I just want to say eyes on its back wings.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody knows what you mean when you say that. Yeah.
Man, that was really cool. So you'll see the pictures of that and the giant rock.
Giant rock.
And
Raven Rock.
the good news is we didn't get jumped by a mountain lion or anything like that. So there you go. What are you frowning at over there?
I heard a weird noise. And I got really scared. And in my head, I believed, oh my gosh, that's footsteps.
Yeah.
We're being hunted. I really believed that for a good minute and a half.
And, chances are it was somebody on the trail that's about 100 yards away.
Probably,
It's
but
a nature
in my
park
head,
more than
I was
a
gonna die.
wilderness area because there was so many people. There's no way there. It was so funny.
I was legit scared. Actually, we'll post one of the
Legit
pictures
scared.
where you can kind of see in my face that
Fear.
I look a little scared. That's because I was sure we're gonna get eaten by a mountain lion, and I didn't want to die on a nice hike.
They always go, I can't believe you're going to stop and take a picture. We're in peril.
Yes. There was a cave and you couldn't see, and
No.
like a mountain lion could have lived in there. You laugh.
I was
but I wanna
walking around
live.
going, I'm going to check out this cave because there's no way something can live here because there's so much human activity every damn day. There's a beaten path right along the area. Like, there's no way.
That was a little further away. Something could live there.
Plus, again, after looking at the map, I knew, like, on the other side of that was just more people. That was awesome. You'll see the picture. You know what I want to do is put the pictures of that where you're kind of freaked out next to the picture of you on the Ferris wheel and see if it's the same face.
It probably is.
The face of fear.
It's not that bad. It just my smile doesn't look as happy.
She looks
More
like
happy.
she's a hostage.
I kind of was.
Can't believe you're making me stop right now. All right, check it out. Check us out on the socials. There's a good enough reason. If you haven't followed our Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or anything
See all
like
the
that
things that I'm scared of.
yet. There's a couple of good ones.
Imaginary mountain lion.
There's a couple
a
of good ones.
Ferris wheel.
Also, if you are following, you saw the full interview with Jorge Mijares, a.k.a. El Poopy, who is the founder of the Caribbean Surf Connection. We had an awesome chat with him last week. We debated playing the whole interview, but with our icebreaker questions and stuff like that, it's long. I didn't want to just drop that in on you right now.
Yeah, it's
So
about 20 minutes long.
check that out. It is really, really cool. He talks about, exactly how he started the Caribbean Surf Connection and why and the need for it, in the Dominican Republic, and, how he made the connections and that naturally kind of started forming and all of that stuff, and where our donations go. If you've been following long enough that you've seen us do the not so polar plunge on New Year's Day this year, we raised 500 bones for them, and he talks
Which was
about
awesome.
all the things they need that all of that goes towards. So
Yeah.
really cool conversation with him, and we got to break out the old school icebreaker questions. If you've been with us since all the way back in Roswell, the crazy questions, I wanted to like read those off quick just in case you don't know what they are. So here's the questions that we ask, all those people. We go, if you could only have potatoes made for you one way for the rest of your life, how are you going to go? We ask, what is your favorite movie of all time? Because that's easy. We ask if you could get any superpower, what would it be? They're all basic questions, stuff that, you end up talking about with your friends. That's how we make friends with all these people. Naomi's favorite question, of course, is bacon or cake. You can only have one for the rest of your life. There is a correct answer. You want to tell everybody what the correct answer is and spoil that?
No.
You can instantly be an expert at one thing. What would it be? And the last question we asked El Poopy on this interview, you can check out on YouTube, that was it. If you could instantly be an expert at one thing, what would it be? That is one of our favorite questions as well. We've had some really, really neat answers on that one. We get some good stuff every time. Oh, it was breakfast cereal. That was the other question. What was your favorite breakfast cereal when you were a kid?
What was his answer? Do you remember?
I
don't.
do not.
I'm drawing a blank.
Because it's probably like Frosted Flakes or something like that. But you can check it out for yourself. Find out his answers on our YouTube page. We have the full interview. It is just over 20 minutes. Really quick, really cool, super, super neat. And he's an awesome guy. Very
the
interesting
things he's
too.
doing and the things he's doing this for the kids. It's just awesome to see.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right, let's move right along and get to your recurrent dose of Did You Know? I got some random facts for episode 140. It's a lot. Are we going to do something for episode 150, you think? Or do we just kind of celebrate each episode now because we're still going?
I think we celebrate each episode because, look, we're still, like you said, we're still going.
Look,
we made
Pop,
it.
we're here.
We made it to
140.
another one.
I say that because my dad's listening right now. So there we go. All right. I've got your recurrent dose. Did you know? Some random facts for, it says Friday on the list, and I almost said Friday.
I wish you would have.
For
so I
Friday.
could be really confused.
Even though it's Monday, episode 140. Here we go. Did you know Alex Trebek was front runner to become host of Hockey Night in Canada in 1971, but the network boss said, we're not hiring him. We don't hire guys with mustaches.
Wow. That's interesting.
And then they missed out on Alex Trebek. He would have been awesome at hockey. I mean, he was just...
I like what happened, the way things played
We're
out.
fortunate. We're fortunate. I'm not complaining, but he would have been great at that as well. Did you know in the 1830s? Actually, no, I'm going to save this one. Did you know in 1970, 7% of gynecologists were women? I should say only. Now it's up to 65% only. Sorry, ladies. And did you know 85% of the residents training to be gynecologists are now women?
Okay. Makes sense.
It's got to be a relief, I think. I don't know. That's just a weird situation. Did you know that some of the names for Sesame Street, right through it, yep, that got rejected were the Video Classroom, 123 Avenue B,
I kind of like the way that sounds. 123 Avenue B.
and Fun Street?
That's kind of lame.
123 Avenue B would have been fun.
I'd
Can
be
you
here for
tell
that.
me how to get to 123 Avenue? All right, no, that doesn't work.
You
The song would have been different.
yes.
I'm figuring that out in real time.
Okay. As long as you get there, I guess.
I got there. Did you know Henry Ford started 2 car companies before Ford Motor Company?
Nope.
One called the Detroit Automobile Company and one called the Henry Ford Company. Does that make you think of Michael Scott from The Office?
It didn't, but now, yes.
I've got tons of different names.
Michael.
Yeah, that's one of them. The Henry Ford Company. And finally, did you know in the 1830s, ketchup was turned into pills sold as a medicine to treat indigestion and diarrhea?
Don't forget to take your ketchup pills.
I
So
love-
gross.
Indigestion and diarrhea. I don't know. It's the ginger in ketchup, I imagine, right? That might help with indigestion.
Maybe.
I don't know about the rest.
I was going to say, the rest of it I feel like would give you indigestion, wouldn't it? It's ketchup.
No clue. I've never taken ketchup as medicine. I guess a comfort food, if that counts. French fries and ketchup.
It doesn't.
It does not? Okay, fine. That is going to do it. That is your recurrent dose of Did You Know? Some random facts for whatever day this is, episode 140.
I'm still stuck on the ketchup thing. I'm like imagining in my head, you know, those clear like
Yeah.
pill things
The
and somebody
capsules?
just filling it up with ketchup. Here you go. So gross.
That's just wonderful. Ketchup. And I'm glad you're stuck on the ketchup thing because our next nonsense in the new segment we are now going to call Breakfast for Dinner. Because normally we would do these things during a morning show,
Right.
during your breakfast hour.
Yeah.
But now it's late in the day.
It's dinner time.
You know, we start the show at 7:30, so basically it's dinner time. So here is your breakfast for dinner for episode 140. The old argument about ketchup in the fridge has come back.
Okay.
Where do you stand on this, first of all? I mean, we keep our ketchup in the fridge, but if I was to start going, nah, I'm going to put it in the cupboard. Are you okay with it?
I don't care. If you go to a restaurant, it's on the table. So whatever.
That's a good point.
If you have it at home and you have it in the fridge, okay, cool. Whatever. It doesn't really make a difference. I really don't.
Then if you're going to put it on warm food, it's like,
It's
hey,
gonna
it's
warm.
not super cold and all of that stuff. Professor of Food Science said I store my tomato ketchup in the tomato ketchup as opposed to his, beef ketchup. He stores his ketchup in the cupboard next to the barbecue sauce. I just don't know why they had to put the tomato part in there. We all know what it's made
Make
of.
it wordy.
Next to the barbecue sauce. So apparently we can break that out of the fridge too and free up some space on the door shelf.
See,
What?
with door shelf.
Door shelf.
Just sounded odd, like tomato ketchup.
Shelf door?
No, it just, I don't know. I feel like either way, again, doesn't matter. You could do both with the barbecue sauce. You could leave it on the counter.
Yeah,
You could put it
probably.
in the fridge.
Probably. He said it's high in acid, so microbes die off quicker at room temperature compared to in the refrigerator. Plus, room temperature tomato ketchup. I don't know why they keep writing this like this. This is a Canadian article, maybe? I feel like they would call it that. Canadians would. Tomato ketchup, craft dinner.
Maybe.
Anyway,
Go ask a Canadian.
it pours out apparently easier than when it's cold, I guess. I've never noticed.
Well, everything's in a squeeze bottle now. So what's he talking about pours out? He's still got the old school glass bottles?
I guess it gets to the bottom, quicker.
I find that to be a stupid excuse.
It is. I mean, like, there's
Just
not really.
put it where you want to put it. You don't need to have a reason behind it.
That's kind of what I'm going for here. Is like, why do we? Who cares? Why do we keep talking about this?
Because everybody likes to argue.
Because everybody
like,
likes to
let's just argue about something. Well, you know what we haven't argued about in a while? Ketchup. All right, let's bring that one back out.
Soy sauces and some hot sauces are pantry safe too. So you know what?
Some.
I'm just gonna put it all in the fridge.
Right. Instead of guessing whether it's supposed to go in the fridge or not, especially if some of them are safe. Sounds like just
Ketchup, barbecue sauce, right next to the potato chips in the fridge. That's where it all goes. There are some foods you never refrigerate. Honey apparently will crystallize into a rock hard mess, and coffee can absorb more moisture. Jeez, and make pretty funky fridge odors. Apparently, I've never put coffee in the fridge.
me either.
Never even thought about it.
I kind of want to do it with like a small container of it just to see.
Just to see what kind of smells you breed.
Is that like baking soda?
That's
The
all I can
baking
think of
soda?
too. Yeah, that's weird. And then there's the Simpsons thing, and it's gross.
On the next segment of Luke and Naomi in the morning, we've got our new what was I gonna call it? I lost it. Experiments. Lost him.
All right.
It's done.
All right. Yeah. Well, more breakfast for dinner. Would you rather have hot dog shaped Spam, asparagus ice cream, or wasp crackers? All
Do
right.
I have to
I'm gonna
pick
say
one?
something here because if you don't know what we're talking about, weird foods are like a favorite thing that we like to bring up all the time. Hormel Foods has introduced the Spam dog. Now that's basically just Spam in the shape of a hot dog. Do you want to eat Spam like that?
Out of all the options you gave me, I think that would be the safest.
I remember back in the day, my old man, I don't know where he was getting them, but they were hot dog shaped hamburgers, I believe. And it just made no sense to me. I couldn't.
Nope. I don't want that.
I didn't. It was one of those, like, I couldn't wrap my mind around it, so I didn't want to eat them. But he loved them.
I don't want that.
That's just weird, right? And why? Because you have too many hot dog buns. That's why. I believe that was the necessity or whatever. It made sense. But the Spam dog. Spam in the shape of a hot dog. If you're a Spam freak, it's not going to really matter. But, I don't know, man. That's a lot. Like, I don't remember eating Spam. Have you ever had Spam?
Yeah.
I don't remember too much of, like, really what it tastes like. So I just don't think I would want that much of it, you know, for that
get
amount
that.
of time. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yes.
All right. The other one.
You want
that
a
we
little
have-
bite of Spam, not a hot dog's worth of Spam.
That's right. Yes. So convenience chains, baseball stadiums, and select restaurants across the country will have the hot dog shaped Spam. The Spam dog, if you're down with that. If you want something more plant-based, a farm in Massachusetts is selling asparagus ice cream. I want to say asparagus.
Really?
I just want to call it that.
You can. I don't know what you're talking about. Other people might not know.
Other
but
people will not know. Asparagus ice cream. The farm is called Flavors of Cook Farm, and it has a Y in the middle for whatever reason. It's a dairy farm, but is in a town called Hadley, which is known as the asparagus capital of the world. The ice cream is seasonal. It's seasonal because that matters. It's called Hadley Grass. Also, it has almonds.
Asparagus and almonds.
You got me at the almonds. I'm here for it. I mean, you know,
Listen, I would try
sliced
it.
almonds and asparagus are great for like a hot dish.
I would try it.
I don't think
Don't
so.
knock it until you try it. But I'm not going out of my way to buy this. And I'm not holding my breath that I'm going to like it.
You don't want to drive to Hadley, Massachusetts for it?
Absolutely not. That
All right.
sounds horrible.
Farm
No, thank you.
manager says they've been doing it for a while. He says people will often think it's a joke, and they're like, for real? So what does it taste like? Well,
Asparagus and almonds
it
would
should.
be my guess.
That's what it
I
should
would
taste like.
hope.
There are... See, I don't like this. There are strings or chunks of asparagus.
Chunks?
But when you first take a bite, you get the sweet with the almond, like almost pistachio flavor. Then the asparagus hits you on the backside, and you're like, oh, I gotta pee. See what I did there?
I do see what
I'm
you did
very
there.
proud of that. But the ice cream usually only available for about a month or so until early June.
Until it starts going bad.
Yeah, it is. There is a note here that is unclear if the asparagus in the ice cream is enough to make your pee smell. If you want a crunchy or snack, finally, if the chunks of asparagus in ice cream, which is just have pistachio ice cream.
Again, I would give it a try because, whatever. Why not? Try
Yeah.
something
If-
unique.
If I'm
but I
at
don't want to spend the
Costco
money.
and they give me one of the samples, and
Yes.
all right, now I'm trying it. That's the only way I've ever tried a veggie burger, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Finally, the wasp crackers. It's a Japanese cracker, first of all.
sense.
So that makes a lot more sense now, right? It's called jibachi senbai, which is infused with whole dried digger wasps.
No thanks. I just got done saying, hey, don't knock it till you try it, but I think this is where I draw the line. Wasps.
There you go. The dough of the cracker is slightly sweet, and the dried wasps taste a little like burned raisins, if that's your thing. I love, why not just have burned raisins?
Nah, I'd rather have a wasp.
You know what would be a good idea? What do we do with all these dead wasps?
Put it in food.
Put it in food. All right, and I just want to say it like this because another piece of breakfast for dinner. Do you lock the bathroom door when guests are over?
Yes.
I mean, you should, right? Not that anybody's going to barge in, but if there's a confusion, nobody noticed you went to the bathroom and all that stuff, you want to make sure that everybody's protected from embarrassment, basically.
Yeah.
So an online poll recently asked people, do you lock your bathroom door? 30% say they always do. 32% say they lock it if guests are over. 21% say they never lock the bathroom door.
All of those answers are acceptable.
And 11% claim they don't even shut the door. I don't know. Why would you do that? Someone said my bathroom door doesn't have a lock. Others said that they leave the door open because their kids or pets freak out if they don't. One person said they didn't know bathroom doors besides public ones could lock. My question just for that is, why is that a question to anybody? Why wouldn't you lock your door? Have you ever had that happen? You even heard about having somebody walk in to the bathroom when you're using it, or vice versa? Like, you've heard about it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you instinctively lock the hell out of the bathroom door? That's my question.
You know?
Why, what are we doing? We're not teaching the kids here. Hey, man, lock the door.
Listen, times have changed since you were in school. Maybe it's not something that anybody pays attention to anymore.
Life
I don't
skills, not important anymore.
know.
All right. That's going to be
Sorry.
that's going to be about it for our breakfast for dinner segment. Again, that is just throwback to the old morning show. That's just what we want to call the random nonsense that we bring you
I like it. It's clever and it works.
right
I
before
like it a lot.
right before we get to we like to stall before we do the whole reason we're here, basically. Honestly,
Yeah.
the breakfast for dinner is kind of the reason we're here. And the review is just some extra fun. I am super excited for this one. Can't wait to see what you think. I'm pretty sure she liked it. And then when we get to a couple of the review questions afterwards, I'm excited for a few of those answers. Are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'm ever gonna be.
All right, here we go. Take it away, Naomi Lynn's Under a Rock review of Police Academy, the wackiness from 1984.
I was just gonna mention something about how serious this movie is and all of that, but you've blown my cover there. Also, if you think this movie is serious,
Oh, I
you're
love it.
wrong. All right. So we start by knowing the mayor has put in this new order that the police department will no longer base its recruits on height, weight, or anything like that, making it basically so anybody can try to join the police department.
No standards whatsoever.
Yeah, so ridiculousness is going to follow
Yeah.
here. We meet Mahoney, who's working at he's got a job parking cars. Doesn't take kindly to bad attitudes or entitled people. More power to him. Which we end up finding that out real fast when some jerk is yelling at him to park his car when there's no spots available. He does find a spot, though, by smashing the car between two other cars.
That was
which
awesome.
Is a fantastic scene. And that is...
They really love doing that with cars in, I don't know, maybe 70s too, but in 80s movies, is getting it up
driving
on the two wheels on
two
the side.
wheels, yep.
I feel like you see that in, every third 80s movie.
But it worked well for parking this vehicle.
And there's not even a lot of driving in this movie. They still threw it in there.
Yep.
Love it.
So we also meet Leslie, who works at a photo booth and just gets no respect. He's going to head to the police academy. He's all, I'm gonna get you guys.
Leslie
I'm gonna be
Barbara.
a police officer.
Almost flips the photo booth when he's going under the bridge, if you're paying attention.
Yes.
That was real,
Yeah.
by the way.
All right. So Mahoney and Larvell Jones. Larvell
Yeah, I think so.
Jones. I should just call him Jones from now on.
Yeah, of course.
They meet at the police station.
Honestly, just call him Michael Winslow.
Well, yeah, that was the next line,
for
that
real.
Jones is Michael Winslow and makes all the sound effects, starts with drums, but then he's got like a machine gun and a harmonica and all that. Very entertaining. Nice to actually see that happen. I've heard about that 8 million times, and I just know his name, and it's the guy with the sound effects.
That's right.
And then, Michael Scott and his big scene of pretending to be Michael Winslow and making a bunch of sound effects and all of that.
Which
so
is great.
actually
Everybody tries to
understanding-
do it, and they all do it so bad.
Right. So very entertaining to see that and to see it throughout the movie.
Yeah.
I love it.
Maybe. I mean, Hightower's just awesome because he's like the big dude who's, the good guy.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, Michael Winslow might be the best.
So Mahoney is being questioned for his vandalism and destruction for crashing that car there. They tell him he can either get locked up or go to the police academy. So we know that all these misfits are going to meet, become friends or whatever. Everybody's going to be at the police
Here
academy.
we go. I like a movie that like jumps into just introducing you to the stupid characters right off the bat.
And let's go. Yep.
And let's go. Yeah.
I'm ready for this. All right, so Mahoney goes to the police academy because of beach jail, of course, but his goal is to get thrown out. He can't quit, but if they kick him out, he's basically off the hook. I'm sure it's going to be a lot harder than he thinks, though. He brings Jones with him. Also, the police academy itself is focusing on the opposite tactic, getting recruits to quit. Fantastic.
There you go. Yeah.
We meet Douglas, who is accident prone. Every time he opens a door, someone gets hurt. We've got Martin, the ladies' man, who apparently is faking his
George Martin.
like Spanish accent or whatever.
We do find that out. Yes, Andrew Rubin is George Martin.
And we've got Eugene Tackleberry, who was a security officer and
Just
is now
crazy.
joining the police academy. He's very serious about his role, and he really, really, really likes guns. And then we have
Tackleberry,
Chad. Is it Chad? Yeah, Chad Copeland and his buddy Kyle.
Yeah.
They're basically the other ones taking the police academy stuff very seriously. They've been asked by one of the commanding officers for help with weeding out the unqualified and otherwise unwanted cadets. They're really annoying. Just what you expect in this kind of movie. Like, there is no surprises or whatever. They give you all the
Yes.
characters
No
right away.
twists.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like you said,
This
no
is
surprises.
just a movie.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
These kids are gonna, try to be police officers. The police don't want them to be. Some people don't want to be there.
Exactly.
Hilarity ensues.
So anytime Mahoney gets in trouble, the commander, whatever he is, has Kyle and Chad.
You talking about Harris?
Yes.
Yes. G.W. Bailey.
They have him take him out running or do like 100 push-ups or whatever. Of course, there's got to be a love interest because this is a movie.
80s movie.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mahoney is interested in Karen Thompson, who has joined the police academy on purpose.
Kim Cattrall.
Lots of silly, stupid moments. Very entertained by Jones and all his sound effects. At one point, he's pretending to play a video game, and he has the pretend joystick in his hand. He's facing the wall. He's making all the noises as if it's real. There's another time he's shaving with just a regular razor, but he's making noises as if it's an electric razor. I just want to watch that for 2 hours.
You could.
Just stand there and make noises and pretend he's doing something. Like, I
He
don't
does
know.
the Pac-Man sound when he gets knocked out. Yeah,
Yes.
That was great. Yeah. I'm telling you, Michael Winslow's the best. We'll have to pull up some videos and stuff because he's done all that stuff in like interviews, and then I don't know if he did a stand-up or something like if he had a show or whatnot where he did a whole bunch, because I've seen way more than in Police Academy. Michael Winslow.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, the commander, whoever, tells Kyle and Copeland to figure out what the big plans are for the cadets when they go on leave. Mahoney purposely tells another cadet the wrong information. A party at a bar called
Barbara,
the Blue Oyster. So Copeland and Kyle end up there. Happens to be like a gay bar, and Mahoney and a lot of the other cadets are actually at a different location, actually having a nice party.
The Leather Bar. That is the screenshot that I used for the tease.
Is it really?
Yeah, if
Very
you are
nice.
following us on Facebook, actually I put it up on Instagram this week as well,
Nice.
so it's you can guess along and see how well you know the movies. We had a few grab it, so
Okay.
which is funny
Good
because
choice.
that specific scene is yeah.
All right. So back at the academy, the boys, as in Kyle and Copeland, are mad at Leslie. He's the one that gave him the wrong information about the party, but in his defense, he actually didn't know. But anyway, they hire a hooker and have her waiting in his room, and of course, room inspection is about to happen. So Mahoney helps him get rid of the hooker by hiding her in a podium. He hides in there as well.
That's a great scene.
And along comes Lassard. He's like the highest guy in charge. He walks up to the
The
podium.
commandant, right? Yeah, it's commandant. Yeah.
He walks up to the podium to share a presentation with the group, and the hooker thinks that he's the customer. Needless to say, it's funny.
It is.
It's
It is
really
such,
good,
such a stupid, funny scene. I love that.
But the best part is, though, after the presentation is over, Lassard sees Mahoney peek his head out from the podium, so not the hooker. So obviously he thinks, it was Mahoney.
So that one I remember seeing as a kid, had no clue what the hell was going on.
What was going on.
And watching it
And
now is like,
now-
oh my God. All right. Cool.
This makes sense.
That's even funnier.
Yes. This movie is just stupid. I mean,
Absolutely.
there's no other way around it. It's nonsense. It's just one of those, watch to escape kind of movies, which, again, totally fine with. It was a good choice for this weekend.
Yeah.
All right. So Hightower wakes up Mahoney in the middle of the night to take him out driving, saying he hasn't driven.
2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, he hasn't driven since he was, 12. During the driving
12.
test the next day, Hooks, she's a small, soft-spoken woman, accidentally runs over Copeland's foot. He calls her a racial slur, so of course Hightower jumps in and ends up flipping over the police car, which was a badass move. It was pretty cool.
Yep.
And Copeland was in the car at the time, so even better. Of course, he ends up getting kicked out of the academy, which is a bummer because he did want to be a cop, and you're like, dude, come on, like...
Everybody loves Hightower.
Yeah. At lunch, Kyle and Copeland try to start stuff with Mahoney, but it ends up being a brawl between a bunch of the cadets. Mahoney takes responsibility for it, says he threw the first punch, so Harris, that commander that I forgot his name earlier, and he's been out to get rid of him since the beginning, tells him he's gone, kicked out, which technically was what Mahoney wanted in the beginning, but it seems like he's kind of changed his mind.
Well, yeah, because, the whole Thompson thing, so
Yeah,
he
love
wants to
interest.
stay to
Yeah.
try to get the girl and all that and whatnot, even though they made out at the bonfire.
Yeah, he wants to stick around, though. He's happy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Then we have a riot that breaks out in the town. They send the police academy cadets in, but they're actually supposed to be on, like, the edge of everything. But with a number mix-up, they end up in the heart of the riot.
Number mix-up. Yeah,
Yep.
that was the commandant. Can never get a number correct, right?
Right, and he says, I never forget a number. And it's like,
I'd never forget
wait a
number.
minute. And I loved that because they don't hint at it at all. But he does mess up numbers like 2 or 3 times in the movie. And then when he says, I never mess up a number, as soon as he says it, like, it does take that split second where you're like,
Wait a minute.
wait a minute. He always messes up numbers.
And it's really great, too, because they don't hammer that joke, but
Exactly.
it
That's what I'm
lands
saying.
so well. Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
They
absolutely.
don't. Exactly.
And it was Fackler who started the riot, by the way, with the apple
Yes,
out the window
he
and all
threw an
that
apple
stuff.
out
Yeah.
of the window. Douglas, what is it?
Fackler. Yeah.
He's the clumsy one, and everybody always gets hurt around him and everything. He should definitely not be a police officer.
Terrible.
But yeah, he did actually start the riot there. So anyways, they end up sending the police academy cadets into like the heart of everything. Mahoney is still with everyone. Looks like he's trying to like kind of hide, so like he doesn't make eye contact with anyone.
Sure.
So they don't know that he's actually still there. Copeland and Kyle end up losing their guns to this tough guy because they're dumb. Harris ends up being
This
taken.
tough guy too. Like not
guy.
not like street thug, the bad guy,
I
gang
I call
member.
him bad guy later, but tough guy.
Tough guy.
Tough guy and bad guy.
I love it.
Same person.
Very 80s of you to call him, just tough guy
Thank you.
number one.
As if I did it on purpose.
As if you did it on purpose.
Yeah,
What is
so-
he credited as, I wonder? Main bad guy. How about that? He's main bad guy on IMDb.
Perfect. Again, I mentioned him as bad guy. It's coming up. Trust me. They end up losing their guns to this tough guy.
Mark.
Because they're dumb.
Just call him Mark. Just give him a name.
No, because I will forget it.
Main bad? Yeah, you will.
Harris ends up being taken hostage by that tough guy. We have a shootout, of course, because we have to have one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Mahoney tries to save the day and rescue Harris, but ends up being taken hostage too. Then Hightower shows up. You saw the
walks down the road. I love it.
Well, nobody's gonna
right
stop
through the
him.
middle of everything.
He saw the riots start from the window of his floor shop. He tricks the bad guy, into saying he wants to watch him kill the cops. And when he gets close enough to strike, Hightower punches the bad guy and saves the day.
That's right.
Yay!
Yay!
And of course, we have to wrap everything up nicely. We have graduation. Hightower is back, and so is Mahoney. They actually receive special honors for the roles they played during the riots. And the main guy, who's in charge of everything, has a surprise for Mahoney.
The main guy.
So, Lassard. So Mahoney steps up to the podium to give his little acceptance speech, and the hooker from earlier is under the podium.
Boom.
The end. Actually, they make the zipper sound, and then the end.
That's how you full circle a joke.
It was really well done.
Isn't it?
Like, yeah. I wasn't expecting that until he, looked away, and it was just like, oh my gosh. That happened.
That was a really, really good way to end it that I totally forgot about again, because I totally forgot about that scene until we saw it. I was like, wait a minute. That's what was going on there. How about that? All right, you into some trivia before we get to your review questions? Let's do it. After early test audiences responded most positively to Hightower out of all the characters.
He's a good guy.
I remember being a kid and just, he was awesome. Bubba Smith, who was an NFL player. I don't know if I told you that while we were watching or not.
Nope.
Yep, after his NFL career, he went into acting and stuff like that.
Cool.
He was moved to second billing right behind Gutenberg because he was so popular and tested well. The producer Paul Maslansky got the idea for the movie during the production of the movie The Right Stuff in 1983 because a group of police cadets arrived to help with crowd control for filming of that movie. When the cadets piled out of buses to take their post, they were diverse. Men, women, tall, short, black, Asian. But the cadets were fumbling and inept, according to Maslansky. He said their assigned task of keeping members away from the public, members of the public away from the set, they were terrible at. He witnessed an exasperated superior with a very red face chewing out two sputtering recruits, a lady weighing a lot, and a flabby man of well over 50. Both were busily trying to rationalize their incompetence. Maslansky found it hilarious, asking the sergeant, "Are these all going to be the future San Francisco's finest?" The sergeant told them they had an equal opportunity hiring policy. We have to take anyone who applies into the academy for training, but we can flunk them out in 2 weeks. Right? So it started him thinking, what if they don't want to be flunked out? What if some guy or girl wants to stay in? That night he wrote a treatment, gave it to another producer who loved it, and then they developed the movie.
Some movies just write themselves.
I mean, art imitating life or life imitating art, In the DVD making of documentary, Marion Ramsey says she came up with Hooks' voice by reading the description of her character in the script and recalling the time she met Michael Jackson, who attended a stage production of Little Shop of Horrors that she was in. The voice is a parody of Michael. She also says the moment where Hooks yells, "Don't move, dirtbag," finally yells in the movie, right? Where was that in you didn't want to drop her in her redemption? Hooks was hilarious.
No, but that was a good redemption.
Every time she tries to talk, and she just talks quieter.
Sorry. What did you say?
So funny. I love it.
It's really well done.
Yeah, so the "Don't move, dirtbag," apparently when she did that, the sound techs were so used to her whispering and being quiet, they were not ready when she hollered into the microphones and things like that.
Yep.
Michael Winslow, in addition to playing Jones, also supplied the voice for all the public address announcements heard at the Academy.
Nice.
I love that. In the party scene, Tackleberry is playing the saxophone. He can actually play the saxophone.
Cool.
It's the only Police Academy movie that was rated R and the most successful of all 115 of them at the box office. Michael Winslow, who's Jones, David Graff, who's Tackleberry, and George Gaines, the Commandant, are the only actors who appeared in all 7 movies.
There's 7?
Yeah.
This didn't need a sequel. And you're telling me there's 7.
It was originally planned for 10. Just because.
They gave up after 7. Listen, we can't keep doing
got
this.
worse and worse and worse.
I kind of want to watch the 7th one just to see how bad that one is.
So Winslow goes a step beyond because he also not only appeared in all 7 movies, but also had a regular role on the Police Academy, the series. 1987. There's a little bit more to this that I want to get to after. I got like 1 or 2 more. Harris's trademark stick was not originally in the script. It was brought onto set by an extra who gave it to him as a gift to keep. And after Barbara misfires during his live, this one many people might know. I said it to you during the movie, but this has kind of become a thing. Barbara misfires the shotgun during his live fire obstacle course. He turns and accidentally points the shotgun at all the other cadets, causing them all to drop to the ground except for Tackleberry. Because he's a gun nut, he knows that the shotgun hadn't been cocked and no round was chambered, so it couldn't be fired again. That's why he didn't drop to the ground, because he's that knowledgeable of the guns.
Yeah.
Do you know? That was the last trivia. This is the question I'm asking you now. Do you know there was like a cartoon series and toys? So in real time, I want you to look at some of the Police Academy toys and check that out. I'll pop these up on our socials and whatnot. It's just a couple of screenshots of like if you Google Police Academy toys. But there it is. If you zoom in, you'll see Mahoney and Tackleberry and Jones.
With the megaphone.
With the megaphone, yeah. And so scroll to the next picture.
Oh my gosh, Tackleberry. He's just got a bunch of weapons.
Yep, Hightower you've got in there somewhere too. And if you scroll, there's a whole Police Academy giant set.
Building.
Giant building. It's the, the precinct, I believe is what it's called. The precinct set. And I think I left one more picture of the toys in there for you to see. I did not know if Naomi knew. I mean, under a rock for a reason. That's why we say under a rock. I did not know.
This seems
if
like
Naomi
they've
knew
gone a little too far. Again,
Police
after
Academy.
7 movies, that's too far. Then you're telling me there's a series. Then you're telling me toys.
Milk it for all it's worth, I think is the top phrase that comes to mind with this one.
Hey, this cadets jailhouse headquarters has a surprise escape jail cell.
It does.
And the trapdoor has a criminal lineup.
I'm pretty
and a breakaway ladder.
I'm pretty sure I knew somebody who had that or most of them or something like that. Again, watching this movie, not only the podium scene, but there were so many different things that showed up that like just popped back into memory. The cartoon and the toys being, one of those. I remember there were kids I knew that were just obsessed with this. There's the, I don't know if it'll pop up on the camera. But it's not for kids.
I don't understand. The movie was rated R.
Yeah. Well, the rest of them, not.
Even if they're rated PG-13, 13-year-olds aren't going to be playing with those toys.
I mean, yeah. I was definitely younger than 13 whenever it was that the toys were in my life. But there you go. A little did you know, that's how far Police Academy went. And
too far.
Just to prove
way too far
that Naomi literally under a rock had no clue. So
had no idea.
All right, now let's get to our review questions for Police Academy. Starting
I don't know
with,
if I can handle this.
Starting with, did you like it?
I did like it.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to like it, and like halfway.
It's hard not to.
I mean you were laughing right along, and following easily.
What are you gonna dislike about that movie?
For real. Yeah, you can sit here and pick apart that it's the 80s or what? I mean, come on. Favorite quote, favorite line from the movie? Did you have anything that was said that you really like?
No, I just liked all the noises.
Yeah, right. There you go. Yes, anything from Michael Winslow. That's my favorite line. Favorite character? Is it Jones?
Well, again, Hightower, there is a lot to like about him, but I'm going to go Jones. I like the noises.
Jones, Hightower, or Tackleberry for me. I remember. And I just, that's the memories that come back. I know there was somebody I knew that was obsessed with Tackleberry.
I just can't with him because he makes some crazy faces, and
I
feel like he's legit unhinged, and it scares me a little bit.
All right, 1984 cringe level 1 to 10.
There are a couple of moments, just cringy for the times we live in.
That's
and
right.
what you could or could get away with saying and doing.
Yeah, so where are you at?
I'm gonna give it like a 2.7.
Oh, yep. Cringe level, so it's not that high.
No, it's not bad because there's only like a moment or two where it's just
Okay.
like, maybe add in a couple points for just the unnecessary boobage. There is a lot of that.
You know, that's
mean-
funny. I was just going to say, it's really funny. It's a light thing, and there's plenty of boobs, too.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, like, they're dancing by the bonfire, and all of a sudden everyone starts losing their shirts, and it's like, okay, I guess it's the 80s.
Literally
So
never been
maybe
to a
add
party
a
like
little
that.
bit more. So let's put it at like 3.3 for the cringy. The biggest cringiness is just, again, the racial slur scene. Like, that's just like,
Yeah, that's
like,
of course. Of course.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to.
Right.
Okay, this one is the one that you are the most critical of. The title of the movie in the movie. Now, come on. They slip, like, the first time they say it is, there's some weight behind there. I thought it was great. You're not here for that.
I'm not here for it. It's called Police Academy. I mean...
Too
no.
easy.
Too easy.
Too easy. All right. What were your thoughts going in? No, wait, I skipped one. What did you know about it?
Well, I didn't know there was a series and a bunch of toys behind it. That's for sure.
Yeah, that'll do.
I knew the guy with the noises was in this. The guy with the noises.
Still can't.
Michael Winslow, the guy with the noises.
All right.
I just like the guy with the noises.
I knew Bad Guy was in this.
that I didn't know. I thought it was Tough Guy.
Tough Guy. That's fantastic. What were your thoughts going in then?
I knew it was going to be stupid. I was hoping it would make me laugh, which it did. So, that's it.
All right. What surprised you?
Nothing. There is nothing surprising about this movie.
Yeah, they're loaded up and ready to go. Absolutely nothing. Not even Michael Winslow.
No.
All right. Would you have liked it more or less if you saw it when you were younger?
I feel like you should answer this question.
I did like it when I saw it when I was younger.
Yeah, but did you like it more now or back then?
Oh, way more now. Even
Okay.
more now, I guess, because, there's another layer than just the cops and robbers to it. Like, that can get the comedy and some of the things. And
Okay.
yeah, so, yeah,
Fair.
sure. Favorite part?
Every time the guy with the noises made a noise.
Michael Winslow. Favorite part?
I'm leaning towards when he is doing the video game thing because, again, he is facing the wall and he's got
Just
the
doing that.
joystick and he's making the whole game sound
Just practicing.
effect. It's just great. But that and the electric razor is hilarious because, like, he's just using a regular shaver.
Yeah, it was great. He's just a bick, and he's got the noises going. Least favorite part?
Racial slur.
Okay. Makes sense. Would you recommend it to someone else who hasn't seen it?
Of course.
Do you want to watch Police Academy again?
Oh, like if it's on TV and all that, yeah.
So you'd stop and watch if it's on TV?
Yeah.
Are you interested in the sequels?
No, but I kind of want to watch the 7th one.
The seventh one?
Yeah.
We'll have to find what the title is for the seventh one because then the titles start coming in and they get increasingly insane and all of that stuff. Are you
This movie did not need a sequel to begin with
right?
or any of the other things. So the fact that there's 7 freaking Police Academy movies, I do want to watch the 7th
They
one.
play in 10. I imagine you can find the 7th one, on DVD at the gas station. So,
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
are you happy you watched it?
I am happy that I watched it.
Does Police Academy hold up?
No.
I mean,
I don't think it held up when they did this.
it was rough in 92 and this came
Yeah.
out in 84. So,
Yeah.
all right.
So no, absolutely not.
All right. That is excellent. That is Naomi's Under a Rock review of 1984's Police Academy. I feel like you got to say it that way too, like 1984's Police Academy, just
Yeah,
so
so
people
you
remember how
know.
old that is and whatnot. Oh my
Also,
goodness.
so you know it's not one of the sequels.
All right. I'm glad you watched Police Academy finally. I am very surprised at the memories that unlocked because
That's cool.
damn, that was a trip for me. I like that. So, well done. Okay.
All right, it's time for Thought of the Day.
Thought of the day, thought of the day. It's your thought of the day, thought of the day. Not in great voice today.
That's all right.
Not feeling it. Not this week.
That's all right.
I'll wrap it next week. How about that?
Next week's Memorial Day.
I'll wrap it in 2 weeks. How about that?
There you go. I want that. All right. If you put frosting on a muffin, does it make it a cupcake? What are you laughing about?
Of course, it's about baked goods. If you put frosting on a muffin, does it make it a cupcake? I think it just makes it a frosted muffin, which sounds weird. Are we supposed to debate this?
I wasn't about to, but it seemed like that's where you were going, so I was just going to let you run with it.
Is cereal technically soup?
Oh, I hate that one. I hate that one so much.
Of course
Stupid. You do. Luke, are you going to leave us with a laugh?
I am going to do my best. Ready? My wife's furious with me because she found a bunch of hidden letters that revealed I was cheating on her. Now she refuses to play Scrabble at all.
That's clever.
It took a second, right?
Yeah, but I don't think that's funny. I just think it's clever.
Damn. All right. Needlessly brutal this evening. I appreciate it.
It's honesty. I do it out of love.
All right. What do you call a duck that likes to get high?
I don't know.
A quackhead. That is wonderful. I like that one. I saw that today and just giggled to myself for minutes.
Of course you did.
Quackhead. All right, I got one more for you before we wrap up episode 140. Ready? Vagina jokes are funny. Period. Period. I love you have to make yourself angry so that you don't laugh. Look at it.
You're just so dumb.
Period.
It's not that funny.
That's why it's so funny. It's perfect. That is the one. I don't think we ever get better than that.
Wrap this up.
Hopefully 141 is better than that. How about that? Allow myself to introduce.
You better get out of this.
That is going to do it for episode 140. Thanks for hanging out with us for another one, sitting through all this. Yes, tough audience. That is correct.
Gosh.
That's correct. Tough audience. That's just my goal, is just to get her to laugh at my insanity at the very least. Thanks for hanging out with us for another episode of Luke and Naomi on Air, featuring Naomi's Under a Rock review, Super Under a Rock, this episode. How about that? Don't know what we got going on for you next episode, but we know it will be in 2 weeks. Next week is Memorial Day, so we will be out and about doing some sort of festivities, I'm sure.
And a 3-day weekend.
And enjoying that 3-day weekend,
yes.
Definitely. Make sure you are following us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere, Luke and Naomi on Air. And if you aren't subscribed on the YouTube channel yet, please do that, and you get a notification anytime we pop anything up. We got a bunch of stuff coming up as well.
Yes, we do.
We'll keep you entertained while we're off for that Memorial Day break. Until episode 141, have some fun this week and be excellent to each other. Love you. Bye.